98 made this shit.
So what's happening? Big Shizzle reporting for duty. Shay Shizzle, welcoming you back to another episode of the Yellow Cafe podcast with my dog Big Gent. Yeah, man, we got a few things we're gonna get into this week. Got a topic I want to read off to you and get some feedback from you. I want to know: can you succeed and master workplace politics as an African American without quote unquote changing? And also, how does this affect those around you, if it does at all? Can you make it in this country without changing? First of all,
I don't know what you mean without changing. When you say that,
I'm glad you said that because I actually wanted to put in another point before that. First off, when you say changing, I figure the first thing that we would have to talk about and discuss is what is it that we are first and foremost when you're looking at African Americans. What culture do we have when we say we have to change? Like, what is our setup, or for the most part, how are our people built or bred to live or think for the most part right now in this society? How are we built and bred to think? Do you feel as though we are built and bred to succeed? I'm glad that you said that. The whole point about what do you mean having to change? Let's ask this first. Do you feel as though we're built and bred to succeed in this society? For the most part.
in this society,
In this country, however you want to.
yeah, it depends. Like I think the system has its disadvantages for us. Towards us, but there is a certain opportunity for us as well. But a lot of it goes into your background, how you were raised, and how you can basically not change but adjust to society.
Okay.
You know, if you are
That's
you
a
fall
way
from
better
it.
word to use. Then.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
All right. So my point that, why I may have said change initially rather than adjust is what I mean is most folks that, let's say, we know, or even myself or someone that looks like you or comes from where you come from, there's certain levels of aggression that on a day-to-day basis were used or are used to get your point across or to get your way. And the second that you bring that into a different world, even if you don't really take it there, any level of any sign that it's in you can hold you back. I'm saying, like, that's just a small example of the different things in which you have to do in order to make it in that world. But I mean, the whole point of workplace politics, which, I mean, don't get it wrong, there's politics in everything that we do everywhere where we're at. But that's just a different arena, a different game of them. So what I'm saying is sometimes, even when you're interacting with your own people at the workplace, there's still a certain level of, that's why I said change, but like you said, adjustment. So do you think there is a certain level of adjustment or a major level of adjustment that you have to perform or adhere to in order to be successful in the workplace that would make you change from what other people have known you to be?
Like I said, not change, but
I mean, adjusted.
yeah,
Adjustments.
but yeah, you more. I think
The reason I keep saying change is because when you have some of your peers that you come across though on the job site, and when they see the adjustments that you've made, that's the first thing that they say. Oh, he changes at work, or he's different at work, or something like that. Or sometimes you find out that someone else is different at work also, but in a negative manner. You're like, man, this dude is lazy, or whatever it is. But when people, what I'm saying is the whole point that I keep saying change, I guess rather than adjustment is, though, I see that there is a difference in the way that some people conduct themselves on the job, to where one person may call them or they changed, or they're this, they're that, kissing the
ass.
bosses
Go ahead,
behind,
say it. Kissing ass,
whatever
Uncle
you want to say.
Time. Kissing ass, Uncle
Yeah,
Time, whatever you
and
want
then
to call it.
and then there's even levels to that, though, because some people who catch that name, it's not wrong. They are doing exactly that. But then there's others who sometimes you're just, as you said, adjusting to the system. And sometimes if you don't bring any type of discipline into the workplace at all whatsoever, anyone who's just following rules of the system or whatever may be looked at in a negative manner. So what I'm saying is, do you think that for the most part, a lot of us are even trained to come into the workplace understanding the responsibilities, the task, things being done on time, tasks being carried out on time? Even when there's certain things like that that you master and begin to do, it's almost as if some folks may label some people like that as if, well, you take that job too serious. And like I said, there's levels to it. There's levels to it now, because some people are taking it too serious, or
Right.
have big heads behind position, things of that nature.
But yeah, that's both ways. I think, yeah, some people take their jobs too seriously, as if something was to happen, they wouldn't be disposable for that company, stuff like that. But if you're looking at like people hustle, you know what I'm saying? If people do illegal hustling, and if people do legal hustle, that's like a job, and it's certain codes and ethics, and decorum that you have to operate in whatever realm that you're in. You know what I'm saying? And if that company has a certain rules that need to be followed, then yeah, follow it. But I don't. My thing is when you go above and beyond, and you're trying to do too much to get ahead, to where you
Captain America.
where you stepping on people, real talk, like when you stepping on people,
5-star.
or you putting somebody else's name in some bull crap, even.
So how would you rate 5-star? How would you rate 5-star?
Son, let's skip over 5-star. We know 5-star ain't right, man. We talking about real 5-star couldn't be on none of the jobs that we've been on, besides that one that we was on. You feel?
I'm just I wish I had time to explain who 5-star was to them. But I'm saying the serious in which he took. I'm being serious though right now. We know he was thrown, but the seriousness in which he did his job. You think he would have put you in a cross, or you think he just was trying to get his position, trying to get that bag?
Man,
because 5-star was there, son, dedicated. You say what you want, son, but 5-star was dedicated. Son.
He was, son. You know how many crackheads dedicated to go and get $1? And that's what I'm trying to say. We not talking about, I don't even want to be sitting in the same realm of 5-star. Real talk. Like we talk about 5-star, son.
Hey, but
we passed that.
The sad part is I know people like 5-star though that aren't crackheads. That aren't crackheads. So the sad thing is I know some people like 5-star that aren't crackheads.
Yeah. They trying to get
a job just like that.
If they trying to get a bag, but but to me it's not a bag it's certain things not even work.
No, when you have all those extra antics, and theatrics, and all that extra type of stuff.
Yeah. But some of them white folks like that though. Some of them white folks like that. But
so go ahead.
No, I wasn't saying nothing. I was about to tell you. Go ahead. Proceed.
Just something that came across my mind, like I said, in the past couple of weeks, that almost felt like a defeat, though. And I've had this conversation with a couple of people, but it almost felt like a defeat in admitting, such a loss. But it's like you really have to almost come to the conclusion that you can try to, in so many ways, and in some ways, try to remain quote unquote real, true to yourself, whatever it is. But this system, country, is not built for you. Never has been, never will be. It's like you really have to conduct yourself in a certain manner or a certain way, or adhere to certain ways of the system See, even saying it sounds slimy.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Even saying that is almost just like, what do you mean? But it's like at the end of the day, you can keep banging your head against a brick wall. And I'm not talking about doing anything unethical or whatnot. But there's different approaches that we really do have to learn sometimes, where the anger or frustration that is in some of us a lot of times coming up, or that we lived off or thrived off of, or a lot of people got their name from that anger. A
Exactly.
lot of people got their name from what they were willing to do when they were angry or mad.
But
or
the
whatever.
thing is, my question is, and where does that hold? Like, where does that hold up at? That name.
Mm-hmm.
Where does that name hold up at?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what does that name gain them?
Where does it stop? What's the heights of that?
Yeah, like, yeah. What? How does that name makes them profitable or any closer to success? That, you know, with that name, you get what I'm saying? Or that attitude, that whatever it is that you kind of got to know them for, if that was the way that they came out and got known for a certain type of aggression, or a badass, or somebody who don't like, where has that gotten them 20 years
Or would
later?
you ask, where are they now?
Yeah, like, yeah, like what has it done for them? You know?
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So rather than having to change that man, whoever that young man is, older man is, we need to adjust in what he's using that vigor and anger towards, is what you're saying. We don't have to change him as a human. We have to adjust how he's using these skills and these different emotions that he's feeling. That's what you're saying.
Those skills may not be beneficial where you trying to go. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but not necessarily that skill. Like the thing that he did in the thing that a man or a woman may have done, like in say like a criminal past or something like that. I'm not talking about necessarily taking the skill set and moving forward with it, because no one may need you to do those particular things, but the vigor that they had to learn it, that's what needs to be transferred and adjusted. Correct?
I guess it, but that comes with a mindset change. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm talking about. Adjustment. That's what I'm talking about.
Like, you got, like,
because I'm trying not to say change now, because you told me don't say change. So that's why I'm trying to say adjust. But really, that's what I'm saying. A change in the mind or something of that nature, to where it's like, the reason I say these things, bro, I'm just amazed by some of the things that I've come across recently with just some investments and progressions and things that people around me have been making. Not even anything about me necessarily, but people around me have been doing some things that I'm just like, my people always astound me and amaze me with some stuff that they have up their sleeves. And I'm just like, man, in a different world or in a different mind or with different chances and opportunities, there's not many things that are closed off to our people. Like, we're brilliant, but it's just that in this system, it's just kind of hard to get those things to the forefront. You know, to get those skills, or at least to get those skills to the forefront before we've already been caught up in something else that, you know, can label you and blackball you for the rest of your career from getting certain jobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but and I think that's a part of it too. Like, too many of our people have been brainwashed with, you know, getting these multiple degrees and going to work for top companies and having a great life, you know, and in some realities that's happening for some people, but for some of our people it's not happening. You know, for the majority of us, it's not happening. So I would advise, you know, and I'm not, you know, I don't got it all together, because, you know, I made my own mistakes, but at the same time, like, it's so many people who aren't as educated who's coming out and becoming your top entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? And putting a different drive in on what they doing and what they have to do or what they want to do. And it's something to look at and admire, because you know, we can all get pigeonholed, but if you control your own destiny, whether it's, you know, you're educated to be a lawyer and you can practice law, you know, that's a plus, because you ain't got educated to do that. You know what I mean? So that's good, but that you have your own practice. At that point, you still your own boss. You got rules to follow, but you still your own boss. So I'm not ever saying like education ain't worth nothing, because some education might, if you don't have education, it's gonna be pretty hard for you to jump out here and get a job making $70,000-$80,000 a year. Which, you know, if you got aspirations of being an entrepreneur and starting something else or investing in something, that's pretty good money. But if you don't got the education and you going from construction company to construction company, or small jobs, and to where you can't advance yourself to higher paying jobs, to where you only bringing in like 25, 30, it's gonna take you a little while longer to, you know, focus in that money and still survive in your life and make smart investments to be able to do you know, something you want to really do in life. So that's why I say education, it is, you know, like is important, you know, but a lot of time it's a passion and ideas that push people forward once they, you know, not afraid. That's what I see, you know what I mean? Like I did things and I fell on my face, you know, and some people consider the laws, but then you have to gather those things and recalibrate and step into something else, you know. So that's how I look at it. But but what you were saying, like if you want to make it in this corporate world to get your dollars, then yeah, you know, certain type of aggression, certain type of attitudes, because it's not that your brother is up there doing that so he know you from the heart that you good. No, you got some prejudiced motherfuckers who already view you a certain way. You know, you got to be damn near lily white and talk a certain way and act a certain way for them to be completely comfortable with you. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's a disadvantage right there. Like, yeah, they want somebody who's gonna be palatable and they don't have to fear. They feel like they don't have to fear at all. But just a certain
they have to be safe. They have to feel safe around you.
Yeah.
The second that that's one thing you learn. The second that they don't feel safe, you in trouble.
Yeah, most definitely.
You can start counting your days. The second that they don't feel safe, you can start counting your days.
Right.
Almost as if like I'm on target now.
Now y'all
slipped up.
Y'all can have fun all the time and you know your boss crack jokes and you don't really say nothing. But let them see a joke that you take too seriously, you know. Not it. They afraid to joke with you now. You know what I'm saying? They don't, and
they really are.
Yeah,
and they really are.
And overall, that didn't change their whole view or confirmed a certain view about you. You know what I mean?
Now they have to make cut downs and cut backs. You the first to go.
I wouldn't say all that, but yeah, possibly, you know. But you probably won't.
I'm talking about even if they have to release someone.
Yeah, and you're not gonna be the first one they call back when it's time to get some more people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those kind of scenarios.
Right.
So as crazy as it is, so what I'm saying is all those adjustments. Do you think that it's kind of hard sometimes to play the games you have to play and still be able to, especially when you're dealing with your own at work, and still be on the up and up with them? Not on the up and up, but do you think it affects others around you who don't understand the importance of adjusting to that system?
Hold up, I lost.
As far as the perception of you,
I lost you. What you say?
I was just saying, when you do what you have to do to adjust to the system in which you're in, you know, trying to get the bag, secure the bag, however you want to say it, but you have other of your coworkers that are your people. You have your people working with you as well. So do you think their perception of you can be changed sometimes when you're doing what you have to do, but sometimes some of your own people don't understand the importance of adjusting to the game? Do you think that could sometimes change their perception of you?
Yeah, but it shouldn't matter. Like it shouldn't matter. Like there's a workplace and it's outside of workplace. Like if you my peer and we operate outside of workplace, you gonna know me. You know what I'm saying? But you just gonna know at work dude like really don't be with all that
And listen,
funny
and I'm
shit.
not asking that so much to say that it's supposed to matter to you personally,
Right.
but the foolishness of it, of how we do, is what I'm saying.
Nah, son, cause it really.
Because I've just seen that too. I've seen that a lot of times where you have some, some dudes. I'll feel bad for them because it's someone who's just not even really problematic or always looking to get someone in trouble or fire someone, but yet just because they're of the same hue, someone else thinks they're supposed to just let them get away with all kind of stuff and just act ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting there looking like, dude, you still have like a lot of folks don't understand, like you said earlier, you still have certain basic responsibilities when you sign up for a job.
Yeah, and look, and I'm a big person about I'm not gonna get super mad at you. I'm not gonna freak out and all this other stuff. But I don't mind pulling you to the side and let you know what you need to be doing. And if
how you react is on you.
Yeah, how you react is on you. Like I'm not, just to let you know I ain't trying to do nothing to pick with you or nothing, but man,
but there's a job to be done.
Yeah, that's what you came here for. This is why you here. Like if you don't want to do that, we could find somebody else, not to be fucked up, but that's just what we gotta do. And what I'm saying is if somebody's not mature enough to take that, they don't need to be there.
Mature enough. That's the whole thing. Are you grown enough to take what I'm telling you?
Yeah, if they don't need to be around, like if that's gonna send you into an emotional down spiral because you feel like you're doing your job, but somebody says, man, you could be doing this while we need this, like if that's gonna send you to emotional down spiral, then maybe you need to evaluate yourself. Like, man, the streets is for the streets, it ain't for the workplace. Straight up. It's streets, the big money deals is not going down in the streets. You did? Like, big opportunities is not, well, they got big opportunities in the streets, but I mean big opportunities that's not going to send you to the penitentiary. It's not going down in the streets, and that's it. Like, that's all I can say.